Welcome, you guys. Thank you for joining me. This is Wind Empresses Echo 2025 in celebration of International Women's Day. We are celebrating accelerating action. We are taking action as women today. I am joined here by two beautiful empresses. I have the wonderful Kxng Yin in the building, and I also have the wonderful Lori Beazer in the building. What building, you might ask? Of course, it's Best Stack Lounge. Beautiful, beautiful lounge, restaurant, fine Nigerian and Western cuisine. Make sure you check it out. It's 9587 Weston Road in Woodbridge. All of that will be in the description for you to click and share. All right, so let's get into it without further delay. Women have always been the driving force of change, but in 2025, we're not pushing forward. We're not just pushing forward, we're accelerating action. No more waiting, no more asking for permission. We're just gonna do what we need to do. It's time to break barriers, okay? Build wealth, take our power to the next level. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we can accelerate action amongst ourselves as women. So without further delay, I'm going to be asking the fabulous Kxng Yin to let us know what it is that you do. What's your artistry? Tell us a little bit about yourself before we dive into these questions.
Firstly, thank you. I give gratitude for having me here and for all of us being in this moment. I'm Kxng Yin. I'm a spoken word artist. I'm also a holistic healer. I do massage therapy as well as yoga. I'm a student of life and a student of healing, and I want to find more ways to facilitate healing in our community, whether it be of the body, the mind, or the spirit.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You're doing a whole lot of spiritual healing, embracing yourself, which I might add is amazing because we as women need to do more of that. We need to take care of ourselves. There's only one us. Wouldn't you agree, Lori? There is only one us.
Only one us.
Right? We got to take care of ourselves. We got to love ourselves, and we can do it. We have to be confident in what we're doing. So before I start rambling on and getting into the tea of the conversation, accelerating action theme of Wind 2025, let's go over and hear what Lori is all about and what Lori's world is like. Lori Beazer, tell the world what your world is all about.
Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me here.
You're most welcome.
My name is Lori Beazer, like she said. I'm a community animator in the Little Jamaica neighborhood, and I enjoy, creating space and bringing people together in a community setting. Various different things, and we'll get into that as we get on.
Oh yeah. Private interviews coming up, okay? So make sure you guys stay tuned. All right, so let's dive right into the questions, you guys. Time is of the essence, as it always. We're busy, we're moving, we're shaking, we're rolling, we're rattling. We're doing the most as independent Black women. We have to be a little bit more on edge and a little bit stronger, I would say, my opinion, than the rest. So without further delay, tell me, Kxng Yin, when we're talking about breaking barriers, what's one bold action women can take today to break barriers in their industry? Taking action such as taking up space unapologetically. What can we do to just amplify our voices?
I feel that as a healer, the best way we can amplify our voices is first taking care of our bodies. When you can take care of your body, it then translates into your mind, then your spirit. That's why I brought it up in the beginning. I feel that with women, we face so many health issues, and we can't rely on healthcare industry in order to take care of ourselves. So we need to take it a step further. A bold action we can do is taking a resistance, making sure you're conscious of what you're putting in your body, whether it's food, whether it's what you watch, whether it's what you're intaking in conversations, energy, all of that.
Everything matters. It's all internalized, right? It's all internalized, so everything matters. Very good point. Breaking barriers. Start with yourself. Start with the nourishment of the soul, of the heart, of the spirit, and so on and so forth. Beautiful answer. So, Lori, let's jump into money moves. How can women accelerate financial growth and independence in 2025? By making, strategical investments, maybe like investing in real estate, Bitcoin. There's a few options that we have. What do you think?
All of those sound great. I'm not a gambler, and I just feel that any kind of real estate at this time, you know what? I shouldn't speak on real estate because I don't own anything in this system. A lot of what I do have is in the Caribbean. And the crypto, I'm not versed on that. Maybe people are making money in that. I know I'm not. So I really can't speak on the crypto. I can't speak on the real estate. Money moves for me right now is building on what you currently have. If you have a love, and make that love your hustle. Make the money from your hustle. That to me is the soundest way, the quickest way to create wealth. I mean, all those other things are great, maybe for other people. But for me right now, do the things that you love to do. Make that your hustle and make money for you.
I agree. Totally agree with that. Follow your dreams in order to answer to the calling. So in you saying that, money moves is basically in 2025, I feel like we need to have different sources of income, different streams floating in. Nothing is easy, nothing comes easy. We have to work, as you're saying. And why not work at something we love passionately? So for sure, try and create different ways in which you can create financial freedom and stability for yourselves and your loved ones. All right, we will definitely dive further into these topics as time moves on. But for now, we're moving on to the next topic here, which is power and influence. Kxng Yin, are women using their voices effectively in media, business, and politics? What do you think? I mean, for me, I think progress is happening. It's on a very slow snail pace, but I feel like women are making progress, in all of those industries. Maybe still not quite there as an equal to, let's say, the man. However, I feel like we're climbing the ladder slowly. What do you think?
I think it's all contingent on what conversation you're a part of and what room you put yourself in. I feel that the woman's voice, being mindful of the intention that she sets with her voice and the space that she's setting it, is what makes all the difference. So to speak of being effective in itself, that's why I'm going back to, it kind of all depends. On a social media perspective, when we hear of women on social media, we hear a lot of contrasting views. And I feel like it doesn't resonate with the woman that she was saying is hustling, as she's working, as she's trying to make a life that's bigger than herself and a legacy that she can leave for her children and her family. So I think to answer your question,
yes,
it just depends on where you're using your voice and how you're using it. Are you using it to change, or are you using it to make people feel,
positive effect or negative effect?
Exactly.
High vibrational, low vibrational. We over here like the high vibing energy. Thank you so very much. Thank you for that, Kxng Yin. Great answer. So we definitely need to, utilize other sources in order to amplify our voices. Mentorships, partnerships, collaborations, things of that nature. So it's so important, especially like among women, among Black women, among Afro women. We need that unity. It's very important. It's very vital. So it's powerful in itself. Okay, let's move it along. Lori, sisterhood versus competition. How do we shift from rivalry to real collaborations as sisters, as queens, as empresses, as princesses, as goddesses? Can we get to it already? Can we stop the bull? I got so much I could just keep going and going and going. But Lori's gonna take it away on this one.
Big question.
Rivalry, I've never had that. Right now, this is sisterhood. This is the only thing I've ever.
I agree.
And when we create, we always create with that in mind. We are queens, and queendom is never about rivalry. Ever.
Never.
Never. Never. We make room for each other. We make space for each other.
We
It's like what
accept
we're
each
doing
other.
now, right? Rivalry has never been.
We
a
support
thing.
each other.
Absolutely support each other. And with with the onset of all of this social media, that's even helped to amplify just how much we are not rivals at all. We don't you don't see that. Case in point was the Black Girl Train. Do you remember that?
The Black Girl Train?
That happened about 2 years ago.
Yes, I do. Very vaguely, but yes, I do.
So this was the concept of the Black Girl Train was if you had a business, you followed the person on Instagram, and then they followed you, and so on and so on and so on.
Right. Thank you
That
for jogging my
took-
memory.
That took the world by storm because what it demonstrated was just how incredibly supportive we are with each other. That the other women were actually quite jealous and wanting to join the Black Girl Train and get in. But no, you can't get in. This is ours. And to me, that shows the strength of Black women in just how anti-rivalry.
It's important. Although, we do still have that day-to-day rivalry, envious, but that's all low vibrational, in my opinion. I feel like, my sister can do great just like I can do great. You know what I mean? I believe in my sister. I believe in the power that she holds, in her talent. I can't do what she's doing. She can't do what I'm doing. So we have to support each other and be confident in what we're doing and knowing that we can all make it.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, we can make it bigger and better if we collaborate
But we do.
with each other.
We do.
For the ones that don't know, Lori, we do. We
do.
know what time it is. We know what time we're on. But there's a lot of women, not just Black women, there's a lot of women that, snub their nose down at another woman.
Us
That's a
being
thing.
here is proof of that.
Oh, yeah.
In my example,
That's it.
we just met today, but we felt each other's energy. And
Instant.
from that moment,
Instant.
knew that I'll support you no matter what.
There you go.
So if you lead by example, that's what that matters.
And that's what we're trying to do. Lead by example. So make sure you share this content to your sister, to your aunt, to your mother, to your grandma, ever. Echo it. Okay? If you're an empress, and I know you're going to claim it, then echo this content. Share it. All right? Because without taking a shift in how we view things, nothing is going to ever change. Okay? It's important for us to uplift other women, collaborate instead of compete, create networks that can empower yourself and your fellow sisters. All right. So guess what? I have one last question, okay, for my beautiful empresses here. I'm going to ask both of you, okay? So starting with you, of course, Kxng Yin. Future focus. What's one change we need to see for women in the next 5 years?
Oh, you asked me this question. So I'm a bit biased.
Hey.
I'm a part of an organization called the All African People's Revolutionary Party. And being a part of this organization, I think the best that women can do is join. Reason being is we have a special unit for women called the All African Women's Revolutionary Union. And that's a subsect of the organization that lets the women organize, the women come together and then come back to the entire collective and build. Through history, we've seen that women have been undermined. When you speak of revolutionaries, you can name 5 men, but how many women can you do? So giving a highlight to this type of organization, having a call to read, a call to connect with your people, connect with your sisters, I feel like, in my biased, humble opinion, is what the women should be doing.
I feel the energy, girl, and I like it. Lori Beazer, how would you respond to this?
Where should women be in 5 years?
Yeah, so the question again is, what's one change we need to see for women in the next 5 years? Think about this.
We need to collaborate more, much better with our Black men.
That's powerful. We got to talk on another show, you guys, because
We create spaces for women, and that's wonderful. But in order for us to really build we can never leave our brothers out.
Absolutely not.
Ever. Like ever, ever, never, never, never. And, if we're going to move forward, we have to move forward together.
It has to be reciprocated. It has to be reciprocated. The energy really needs to be reciprocated. So it's important for us to, help along our sister as much as it is to help along our brother. But it is a Women's International Day with Empresses Echo. So of course, we're going to leave the men out today. We thank you so much for celebrating us, though. Continue to do so. And we just want to continue on to celebrate ourselves for the day. Okay, so nothing against the men. We're going to come back to you on another show, just not on this one. So without further delay, I do want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this special edition of Wind Empresses Echo 2025 here at Festac Lounge. Okay, the beautiful Kxng Yin is in the building doing her thing, who will be also blessing us with a little of her talent, okay? A little bit of her spoken word, all right? And we also have the beautiful Lori Beazer, who blessed us here today, Executive Director of Films, Toronto Pan-African Film Festival. If you don't know, make sure you go check it out. All the links will be in the description. So, the last final words as we close out. As a woman myself, I am blessed and I embrace being blessed. I take nothing for granted. I vibrate on my highest level possible because I was born and it's my right to do so. Okay, I choose to do so. It's the better choice. Oh, duh! Wouldn't you say it's better to vibrate high than to vibrate low? I would say so.
One is called Womanhood Part 1. Boys are a simple breed. Just shake a little bit. That's all they need. The attention span of a man is what we seek as reward. It's the attention span of a man that we can really afford. Made from brown sugar, but not nurtured as sweet. Am I just an art piece in a gallery for men looking for another reason to beat their meat? Or am I a prize to be won over the attempt of contenders? Or was it my eyes that left you like a deer in headlights while they kissed you so tender? Was what he's saying lies to get me to open up and surrender? As a woman, look to your sisters before brothers. As a girl, we should feel loved rather than judged by our mothers. As a child, I thought you could make it with just one chance. As I am now, I grab the bulls by the horns and cherish the last dance.
We're going to end out the show in the words of Maya Angelou. I am woman phenomenally. And I would like you ladies to repeat after me, please. I am woman phenomenally.
I am woman phenomenally.
Phenomenal woman, that's me.
Phenomenal woman, that's me.
All right, we're closing out, reminding you to have a great, great Women's International Day. Thank you for celebrating with us. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for subscribing and liking. Make sure you share the content. Again, happy International Women's Day. We're closing out. I'd like to thank Festac Lounge for letting us use their beautiful space. I'd like to thank again Kxng Yin and Lori Beazer for joining me here on this panel to discuss accelerating action with women. And I would also like to thank myself for being present, of course. And of course, I want to thank the sponsor who presented Wind Empresses Echo. That's Ebony Ivy Corporation, Female Development Corporation, which helps women to heal, grow, and articulate their talents. All right, so make sure you check us out online. Thank you so much. I'm your girl, Empress Lola Fayola, signing out.